Hello, Cass.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
We good. How are you doing?
All right, so we all watched the movie last night and we loved it. So my first question to you guys is, where did you have to go as a character and an actor to be the best for your character in this film?
You go, big dog.
Oh, yeah, you go.
Big dog. To the darkest of places. I just really had to the darkest of places. I had to really revisit, you know, my high school experience and my relationship with my dad when I was like coming of age. I'm older now, and and also my relationship with my cousin. I had a cousin who, you know, dealt with substance abuse and parental issues with dad leaving and mom having a stroke and just a lot of family trauma and us trying to navigate that and navigate those boys. You know, we went through a lot of trauma with Hurricane Katrina and all this stuff. So it's just tough and living in a time where, you know, social media is so big and just having so much access to other people's opinions and all this expectation of what you're supposed to be and not be. It was a lot, but I kind of just did a recall and I was, you know, this is what this moment reminds me of and this reminds me of and this reminds me of, and I wanted to be true to that in every second of the movie.
Okay, what about you?
Sorry, what was the question?
Where
I
did
was
you
lost
go?
in his.
As a character, where did you go to make sure that you were the best for this role?
Well, I auditioned for it, so I feel like Trey just he saw something that maybe I'm not necessarily aware of, but yeah, I think like to echo what Kelvin said is a lot of life experience, and I have a brother who has dealt with some things, and I know what it's like to love somebody when it's hard, and there's just a lot of parallels in my life, so I think I knew kind of what this girl was going through, and it meant a lot to me to be able to play her.
Now, Mr. Sterling, this is your very first lead role.
I'm not the lead in this movie. These kids are leading the movie. What you talking about? Jazmyne, what you looking at me like that for? I'm here. I'm supporting these beautiful children. I'm just here to sort of bridge the gap.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, bridging the gap,
Okay.
you know, in your role
Yes.
as a supporting actor.
Yes.
Okay, all right. As a father and as a husband,
Yes.
you know, where did you have to go for this role?
Well, I am a father and I am a husband. And so a lot of it and I have two beautiful boys. And a lot of it has to do with just sort of projecting the worst case scenario onto your life. Like what would happen if your child had to go through a tragedy like your boy did, right? I think also from my past, I have men in my family who were stern military men who had a particular way that they wanted you to be around them at all times. And that kind of served me in this role as well, because I think in order to keep people safe, you had to have rules in his mind and limitations on what you could and could not do. And there's a right and a wrong way to be, right? And I think what I enjoyed about the role is that later he found that there is multiple ways of being, and that one is not necessarily better than another. And if you want to create the space for your children to be open with you, you ultimately have to be open with them.
Okay. And Trey, you created such a dynamic film, and what was it like watching it all come to life?
It was humbling. It was amazing. I mean, I feel like the most blessed person in the world because I got to make this deeply personal film with incredible human beings that I love and value, and they're incredibly talented. And from this incredible cast of the crew, one of the best summers of my life, one of the best experiences of my life, and I'll be forever grateful. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for talking with Sheen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jazz.